Jim Norton is not a doctor. He's not an expert. He's not even a good person. The views, opinions, advice, and humor of Jim Norton does not reflect those of any doctor, of SiriusXM, of Opie Radio, or anyone else. They are solely those of Jim Norton, Lyle Chipperson, Edgar Mellencamp, Paul Hargis, and whoever else lives in that chinless head of his. If any of this advice goes wrong, you are the asshole who called a comedian instead of a doctor.
Thanks for listening to The Jim Norton Show. Hear all that advice. An icon in comedy, a fighter for freedoms, an accomplished entertainer, and a pervert. You've got problems, he's got problems. You've got questions, he's got answers, some of which are good. Call now, 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. This is The Jim Norton Show.
Yes, indeed it is. Thank you all for tuning in and for listening to the Jim Norton Advice Show. I'm doing pretty well. You guys know I've been apartment hunting for quite a while, and I'm still doing that, but I think I might have found a place that I like. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I may have found a place. So that's kind of what I've been up to. And, I'm having a good week. We're off now for a couple of weeks because I fly to Seattle. And I guess I'm trying to keep things positive. We had Tig Notaro in today. And her documentary is really good about how she got breast cancer, a double mastectomy, and watching the documentary, and she's talking about how grateful she is now. And I think a lot of people who've had those kind of illnesses will say, like, I'm so happy to be alive. And sometimes I just say to myself, like, you ungrateful little jizzbag. Like, just be happy. I don't know if I talked about this, but there was a dominatrix who I never knew. I never met her. We had a mutual couple of friends, but she and I never met. And I forget her name even, because I never really knew her real name. And she had been diagnosed with cancer. And I tweeted once to help fund her, treatments. She had like stage 4 cancer. And she was putting these videos out. And I had seen like sexual videos she had done, and she was really hot. But watching these videos where she was bald and she had nothing, and she was, probably 35, 40 pounds lighter. And she was dying, and she knew she was dying. And she was talking one time, and she's like, just be grateful for what you have and your health. I'd give anything to go back to my life. And I think I talked about this once. But when she said I'd give anything just to go back and live my life, I realized what I'm doing right now is I'm living my life. Even my shit days, even my days where everything sucks and I'm not happy, I'm living my life. And I should just shut up sometimes and be grateful for that. So sometimes you see someone who's sick and, Coral Corrupt, her name was, Mistress Coral Corrupt. And she did die, unfortunately. I've been kind of following her saga, watching these videos. And then I saw one where she's like, this is going to be my last video. Like, she knew she was going to die. And then I Googled her, and then she was dead. And like I said, I didn't know her. I don't know why I cared about that story, because so many people get sick and maybe because we had a couple of mutual friends. I don't know. But anyway, trying to be grateful for things that are good. Not that you give a shit about my life. What's up, Matt in South Carolina?
Hey, Jimmy, that's kind of funny. I was at a meeting last night, and they were talking about being grateful.
Hello?
But
wait a minute, are you talking? Hold on a second. I may need to.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, buddy. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Thank you. Hi, Matt.
How you doing?
Good.
We were talking about gratitude last night at the meeting. I'm an alcoholic, and it's kind of funny how you're talking about like sober problems, because I find myself lately getting so wrapped up over like stupid interpretation of like our literature, and then I get in there and it's like I know I'm crazy, because here I am trying to like fucking go nuts about like words. You know what I mean? Like I was just wondering if you had any experience with that. Like, it's just crazy.
It's like, I've when I first got sober, there was a big controversy, because the place I go to is, where people primarily talk about drinking. But, in the late 80s, a lot of people, and I guess the drugs were being talked about a lot more. So people were concerned, like, hey, are we going to lose our singleness of purpose? And that was a big debate. We would have these business meetings after, and people would talk about, like, should we let it be talked about meetings, or is it ruining singleness of purpose? You know, it was just, people didn't know what to do with it. Some of the older members. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this whole thing's going to fall apart. I finally find something. I'm like happy and I'm doing okay. And I remember being afraid of it going away. And of course it didn't go away. And after that, I'm like, you know, you shouldn't obsess about the little things. There's always these little bumps in the road or things that are like, well, I don't like the language here, or they're changing this. And, you know, sometimes things just change with the times and I resist it, or sometimes certain literature is worded in a way that annoys me, but it's not really important. You know what I mean? It's like the overall message is important. Even if there's things that are said that I think are stupid or I don't agree with. The overall message is basically just don't fuck your life up and help somebody else. That's what the message, and have faith in a power greater than yourself, whatever that is. I mean, I struggle a lot with a deity God, so I still have problems with that, but it's a very simple message. Help somebody else, you selfish twat. That's it. You know what I mean? You'll get better if you help somebody else. And
hey, Jim, I couldn't have said it better than what you just did. And you're helping this alcoholic with your show. And just to throw a curveball at you, I know the NFL's coming up soon, and I know regular Joe, you know, he probably doesn't want to get too crazy on Sundays, but does regular Joe have a favorite NFL team, like, or does he party during the Sundays? You know, for the NFL?
I like to sit back, have a couple of beers. I watch the Jets. You know, I should say I watch the Jets lose. But what the hell do I care? I got to go to bed, get up, and work. So let those millionaires throw the ball around. Thanks a lot for the call, Matt.
See you later.
All right, if you can't be good, be careful. All right, let's see here. Who lost weight? Josh in Kentucky. What's up, Josh?
Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Yeah, no, I used to be really heavy. I lost like 185 pounds.
Oh, great.
Okay, but that's not important. And now, women, I'm married, been married for a long time, and now I can tell women are more attracted to me. I've had an extramarital affair with a woman.
Okay.
It's almost like a drug. You know, I almost don't know what to do. Like, you understand what I'm saying? 'Cause I've never had, my whole life, I've never had this type of attention, I guess you could say.
I certainly relate to that, dude.
And I'm in my early 40s, so there's going to be, you know.
Yeah, dude, I get it, man. I was a fucking, you know, I didn't have sex till I was 18. And even after I got sober and I was doing okay, and I wasn't like, you know, trying to kiss girl, like swigging fucking old granddad and then trying to kiss a girl, like where I was just disgusting and sweaty and I smelled. When I got, you know, I was okay looking, I guess, but I was very awkward and nervous and frightened all the time. So I was never getting pussy, dude. I was never getting pussy. And then for me, I discovered prostitution. Now, that to me was like the weight loss. I just paid for it. And oh my God, all these opportunities. And I could relax with the girls. And it becomes this whole thing. And then you get into comedy and you get more opportunities. I have fucked a lot better looking girls than I ever deserved because I'm in comedy. And then I lost some weight and I did better. Like, I didn't feel like the girls were just fucking me because I'm a comic. I'm like, yeah, they don't mind fucking me. So it kind of, it's hard to stay happy with just one person when you have that, when you didn't have it before. Like, right. You don't, like the guy who was a football player in high school and was good looking and fucked all the pretty girls. A lot of times that guy can settle down because he got it out of his system. I didn't get it out of my system when I was young. So, do you love your wife?
Yeah, I do, but I don't think I love my wife how a husband should love his wife. You understand what I'm saying?
Did you just love her because she was kind of staying with you at one point?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I love her. She's a great person, and, you know, she helped me at one time when I was sick. It's like that type of thing. I almost love her like how I would love you, if you understand what I'm saying.
No, but I appreciate that.
Like how you just love another person in the world.
Yes. You love her the way you would just love it. Instead of like your wife and the love of your life, you look at her like, all right, she's another person who I like. You know, I understand.
Right. Yeah, and it's just so. I mean, in my 20s, I went through the prostitute phase too, when they were hanging out in New York City around, you know, the West Side, you know, and stuff like that, because I wasn't getting any pussy. Yep. But you know, it's just, and I had an affair with another woman just very recently, and and that's a whole nother story about her. Just to give you, maybe even help me with this. Everything was fine, and then one day she just stopped communicating with me, blocks me from everything, doesn't return texts, doesn't return calls. She's married too.
But which girl is this? The girl you were talking to?
This is a girl who I was actually having the affair with.
Well, maybe her husband found out or got suspicious. That's it. Or she felt guilty.
But still could have gave me some kind of, you know, we would always be honest with each other and talk to each other.
Okay, well then you have to realize something happened. Dude, something happened. You got to leave that one alone. I know how frustrating it is. I've had women shut down on me. You got to just leave that one alone because something happened, and whatever it is, you don't want any part of it, okay?
But Jim, all she could have said is, "I can't see you anymore." End of story. Just
fair enough, dude. But she didn't. I know what you mean, but she didn't. So you have to kind of eat that one and go, fuck it. She should have said this and she didn't. I'll live. That's all there is.
Just the other day, I texted her on something through her Facebook, using a different thing. I said, "Can we please talk soon?" She gave me a thumbs up through the Facebook and then blocked me again.
Okay, so she's not interested in talking. I know it hurts and I know it sucks. She's made her wishes clear. That's it. You got to take it. You know what I mean? Like, none of us like it, bro. It stinks. But you got to take it. Don't be a stalker. Don't say, yeah, but she has made her wishes known. You don't need to have one more talk with her. She doesn't want to talk to you.
She could have told me to go fuck myself and I would have been fine.
But well, you should be fine now. She has told you to go fuck yourself.
All right. Okay. You're right. I agree with you with that one. All
Just
right,
take it. You don't need the closure. You've gotten closure. I know it stinks. Eat it and move on. Leave her alone. I know the temptation. Believe me, I understand what you're saying. And I'm not saying you're stupid to feel that way, but you got to just leave it alone.
And I swear I did nothing. She were together maybe 3 months.
Yeah, maybe she's just a nut, dude. Maybe she's just a fucking selfish asshole. Whatever it is. Or maybe her husband found something and she swore up and down and he's monitoring her closely and checking the phone bill. You want him showing up at your house? Leave it alone.
Can I say she's had affairs with other people in the past. She claims only 1 or 2, and her husband does. The only reason we don't text through the phone is because her husband goes through the phone bill line by line.
There you go. You got to let that one go, all right?
All right. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
All right, Josh. Take care. Congratulations on the weight loss. I mean, that's good. Let's see. Steve in Tennessee. I'm not sure if you're an asshole or a sociopath. Oh, I've wondered the same of myself. Hello, Steve.
Good afternoon, Jim. How are you?
I'm a doctor, so I can't be a sociopath. I take good care of people. Sometimes in hospice, I'll fart in their face when they can't move. Oh, sorry, wrong Steve. What's up?
So the other night, my wife and I got into a discussion about, home protection and alarms. And first off, I'm just against all that stuff. And that conversation then turned into...
Why? Are you against that stuff? I'm curious.
Because I see it as a waste of money. If somebody's going to break in and do something, they're going to fucking do it. An alarm's not going to stop them.
Yes, it will. Are you a cheapskate?
5 minutes before somebody shows up.
Are you? Yeah, 8 minutes in, you'll wish you had done it.
Well, that's not even the main point of where I'm fucking up.
Okay.
We got into the whole thing about, how she said that she would sacrifice herself so that, I could live. And, having that discussion, I flat out said that I believe in self-preservation before anything else.
Okay.
And that didn't go well. She shut down. She got really quiet, looked at me like I'm an asshole because I flat out said I would save myself before her or anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people would. Your mistake was there are times where you can just bullshit, and that's one where you gotta lie, okay? Oh, honey, I'd save you. And then if it comes down to it, fuck it, let her get hit by the bus. You know what I'm saying? But that next time, just lie. That's not the smartest thing.
Yeah, my honesty got in the way that time.
In that, yeah, we all make that mistake once in a while. Don't make that silly error again. Do you think she's prettier than me? Never say, I would step over your dead body to fuck her, even if it's true. That's where you gotta lie, okay?
Yeah, I went logical instead of emotional.
Yeah, be emotional and just realize this is what she wants to hear. Fuck logic, all right? If there's ever a fire, she'll know how you feel when you jump out the window and you let her burn.
Fair enough.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye, sweetie. Let's see here. Brian in San Diego. What's up, Brian? I say Brian to be cool because it's short. Hey, man.
Hey, so yeah, man. I've been in a relationship with my girl for about coming up on 7 years now, and
that's a fucking while.
Yeah, man. And we got together. She's about 3.5 years older than me. We got together when I was about 18, so I'm going on 26 now. So I don't know. I was gonna see what your longest relationship is, and I mean we haven't officially cut the cord yet, but I mean we've lived together for over 5 years now. But yeah, I just don't know, man, because I feel like my good early 20s where I could have been having a great old time are gone, and now I don't really. I've never done Tinder because I don't want my girl seeing me on the phone, and that's just not good news right there. But yeah, man, I was just gonna see what your longest relationship was, and if you've ever gone through anything like this, or how to get back out there, and all that other stuff.
Well, I mean, I have gone through it. I've gone through the cheating during the relationship. I've gone through the breakups, and how do you deal with it? If you're moving on, you got to just move on. If that's what you're asking me, how do you deal with it when it breaks up? I would say it was about 2.5 years to 3 years is my longest. I've never had a really, really long-term one. But again, part of the reason when that guy called and said he didn't get laid and now he finally is, part of my reasoning is that, like, my first couple of girlfriends, I never would have dreamed of cheating on. Like, it just didn't occur to me. And then as I got older and I started to realize, like, wow, there's a lot of girls I could meet, it became harder and harder. So the only way to move on is just to fucking move on. If you don't want to be with her, don't be with her. I don't know if that helps or not. What's up, guy in Long Island? I had a desire to assault Roland. Jesus, why?
Hey, what's up, Jim? How's it going, man?
Hey, guy, how you doing?
I don't want you to get mad at me for this. I know, you're probably friends with him and everything, but I'm calling in not to be funny, not to fucking play a joke. None of that shit. I truly and utterly have a desire to beat the fucking piss out of this fat piece of shit. I don't know what it is.
Well, you have to think about what it is. Like, what does he do that taps into that? Only because it's not like he doesn't do anything to you personally. It's not like he fucks you over on a personal level. So what is it?
Just his voice, his fucking appearance. He's just a fucking fat, disgusting blob. I want to just fucking clobber him into fucking death. I don't know what it is, man.
Did you have a lot of fights growing up?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you ever beat up fat kids before?
I beat up a couple fatties, but it wasn't something I went after,
Well, then how did you beat them up?
No, some of those fat fucks are pretty tough, man.
Yeah, without a doubt, dude. And I'll tell you one thing, Roland is not a pushover. Like, even if you don't like him, he's not a pushover. Like, Roland's a guy who, yeah, I know he can be like, and ticklish and all that shit. But he's a guy that would give you a major problem. Don't underestimate a guy like Roland.
Oh, no, I would fucking smash him. I put my fucking mother's life on it. I would smash him.
Okay, maybe you would. I'm just telling you, you make a mistake if you underestimate a guy like that.
There is one other thing, though, where I think some of it stems from, too.
Where?
I'm not going to say who, but I actually had a friend that was employed with you guys and around you guys that's serious.
Okay.
And I have heard some backstory about him, too, that he's just a fat, spoiled bitch. His dad is some rich, powerful guy or some shit.
Well, I can only go by what I know of Roland. And to be very honest with you, he's not a perfect booker, but he does a damn good job at the show. Like, our guests improved so much when he came on because he has a way of schmoozing them and all this. So maybe he taps into something you don't like. I mean, there's people in life that do that. I mean, I don't know exactly why you don't like the guy. You're saying his voice because he's fat. All right. That's not really good reasons. So, but I've had shit like that too. There's people I just hate on sight. So, whatever. I wouldn't suggest assaulting him.
I just can't articulate the hatred, Jim. But
well, you should be able to, though.
Things, like I can't fucking explain it. But I love you, though. You're my favorite comic.
I appreciate that. And don't assault poor Roland. He is a good boy. He's a good boy. I'll tell you one thing you can like about Roland. He's a good son. He goes home when members of his family, his mom or his dad, whoever is sick. Roland goes home to take care of them. So he's a good boy, and he just wants to be loved. That's all it is. Like, yeah, he talks shit like he's a foodie. But, when Roland's around girls, he just wants them to like him and to be happy like every other dumbbell in the country. He just wants the same shit we all do.
Oh, I hope one of them fucks him and kills him like a black widow.
Well, that's kind of how I want to go. I mean, what better way to go? What do you want to you want to die in a bus fire? Or do you want to fucking die right after you blow a load? So why would you wish such a good thing on Roland?
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
All right, guy. Figure it out, all right?
All right, I love you, buddy. Thanks.
All right, thanks, guy. Let's see here. Andrew in Baltimore, girl from Kenya. What's up?
Hey, Jim. What's up? I've been chatting with this girl. She's a Kenyan national. She's 32.
She's from Kenya, and you want to ask her about HIV testing. You ought to just go, hey, can you get tested? Fucking home run cheaper, son. Well, what do you want to mention? AIDS testing, right?
Well, I mean, we haven't been intimate, but I've only been with, like white chicks, but how do you bring that up?
The same way you would with a white chick. You just go, look, I think we should both get tested. You get tested and she gets tested. As long as you don't just send her and go, hey, look, I know how you people are. Both of you get tested.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to use the "Can you get tested" line.
Yeah, I'll do it. She's going to fucking crack up. And then she'll go, what do you mean? And just go, you know what I fucking mean. And then you high five her.
Fucking home run, Chipper.
All right. Good luck in Baltimore. What are you, in the wire or something? How come you're not Baltimore-less? Cut this guy off or I'm going to crack everyone up. All right, Andrew, thank you. I don't do Chip as much as I want. Sean in New Mexico works in radio. The old lady. What's up, buddy?
Jimmy, long time, first time, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, man, I saw you in Albuquerque. You were amazing.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming, Mike.
All right.
Sorry, Sean, sorry.
Hey, listen, man, I've got a little issue, okay? I work in radio. I do a morning show here in Roswell. Now, I have listeners that call me, sweetie, honey bunny, darling, cute pet names, things like that, right? Yeah. So for the longest time, apparently, and this just came up last night, my wife's had some real issues with these women calling me these pet names,
of course.
Right? Yeah, I guess. Now, it's basically, it's as innocuous as, say, for example, the waitress saying, hey, do you want more hash browns, honey, at a Denny's?
Sure.
Right, but so apparently this has been something that's really weighed on her mind. Now, the preface, the beforehand of this is we've had some issues. Early in the marriage, she cheated on me, and I never cheated on her, but I'd had conversations with a young lady, and basically we've had our issues. But this all stems back to some trust issues, and essentially she threw down an ultimatum and said, it's me or it's these people that are important to me, important in my life, listeners, friends, and
let me ask you, you're not fucking them and you're not doing anything inappropriate?
Oh, God, no. Here's what you have to understand, Jimmy. They're in their 50s.
And she's already cheated on you, so she's proven that she's selfish, and I think she's being selfish now. See, like, what happens is I've had that happen, too, similar things. But I think I handled it wrong. Like, if my girlfriend was around, like, a girl would come up and go, hey, I'm a big fan. And then my girlfriend would come over and say something, and I would go, I'm talking, pig! And I think that kind of hurt my... I understand what you're saying, dude. You just got to... I would not choose the wife if she's throwing that kind of shitty ultimatum.
Now, bear in mind, we've been married for a decade. We got a kid. She just turned 2, and that's kind of where things are complicated. I don't know what to do. I don't really have anywhere to go. Her family is my family, and so I'm not really sure, what the next step is here.
Tell her I love you. I'm not cheating on you. You're being unreasonable, and I'm not going to fucking say kowtow. That's always good in an argument. I will not kowtow to your whimsy. My suggestion is to not cave in, because if you're not doing anything wrong, you should not have to not talk to people because she's jealous, okay?
Fuck yeah, Chippa.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Good luck in the radio job, okay?
Appreciate you, buddy.
Bye, buddy. Let's see, Jack in Phoenix. What's up, Jack? Hello?
Hello? Yeah,
Hi, Jack.
it's Chuck in Phoenix.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Chuck.
Hey, 2 things. That guy that's calling up and threatening up Roland because he just doesn't like him, what kind of tough guy does that?
Well, in fairness to that guy, I mean, I thought he was wrong to say that about Roland. But he's just talking shit. Like, he didn't say, I'm going to beat Roland. You know what I mean? He's just talking shit. We all talk a little shit. And the fact that he's actually doing it publicly means he's not going to go out and do it. Sometimes you don't like someone, you want to get it off your chest. It's not like he approached Roland.
Well, it's kind of like a psychopath.
Yeah, no, a psychopath would just quietly walk up and hit you with a pipe. A guy who doesn't like someone, who just wants to talk a little shit, would call up and say it on the radio. That's what I would do. The only thing is I would never say, I'd kick his ass. I don't, as much as I've talked shit, I don't talk about who I'm going to beat up or how, because I don't underestimate people, and I know I'm not a physical tough guy, and I don't pretend to be that. So, look, he just called up and he bashed Roland, whatever. I love Roland, so he doesn't have to.
Yeah, me too. And the second point is, when you come to the talking stick, January what?
23rd, I believe.
Okay, I'll be getting my tickets tomorrow.
Thank you, pal. I'll see you there.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, what's up, Mike in New Jersey? How are you?
Hey, this is New Jersey.
How you doing?
Welcome, thank you. I'm actually doing quite well. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Good, okay, yeah. So, just 2 things. First thing, last weekend, I guess I should preface. I had fucked my buddy's girlfriend last weekend.
How long have you been dating?
About a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. I actually put the 2 of them together. I've been friends with him since a little guy, since we played Pop Warner football. So I've known him pretty much forever.
Yeah. Why'd you fuck his girlfriend?
It just kind of happened. Now, the thing is, though, I've been with her in the past, and he knows that before they were officially together. So we're hanging out, having drinks, just lounging by the pool or whatnot, and one thing leads to another, and she's still looking cute as she was.
Nah, but one thing, hold on a second. What, you both pre-planned that. You both had vibes where it was going to happen. You know that. You probably were looking at each other behind his back. Had you been texting?
Before they were officially together. So we're hanging out, having drinks, just lounging by the pool or whatnot, and one thing leads to another, and she's still looking cute as she was.
Nah, but one thing, hold on a second. What, you both pre-planned that. You both had vibes where it was going to happen. You know that. You probably were looking at each other behind his back. Had you been texting or talking when he didn't know?
No.
So but you must have known it was going to happen. It never just happens, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I guess like there's always a possibility, per se, because we had done it before, but not since they've been dating, though.
Well, I mean, that was shitty to do to your friend, and it was awful of her to do. So what's your question?
Yeah, like, because I want to tell him, but I don't want to ruin anything between.
Nah, don't tell him. No, you and her both gotta. I told the last guy to eat that. Like, sometimes you just gotta swallow something. And no, don't mess him up. Don't tell him. Why would you ruin their relationship? That's a sneaky thing to do, man. That's like, I fucked his girl, now I'm gonna tell him and ruin the relationship, and I guarantee you'd go back and fuck her again. So your motives are probably a lot more selfish than you're letting on.
Yeah.
Why would you blow her spot up like that? Even though what she did is shitty, you got to just realize I fucked up. I betrayed my friend. You betrayed him, and now you're going to wreck his relationship?
Well, I don't know if it would wreck anything, because he knows, because before they were dating, I had fucked her before, so it's not like...
But you know that it'd be a major problem. You'd be creating a problem for her, and you'd be unloading... Here's what you'd be doing that would be also selfish. Like, it was selfish to do it. It's also selfish to unload your burden and throw it in his lap. Like, hey, I feel better about myself. I told the truth. And then he's sitting there going, what the fuck? If it was someone else she was fucking, then you're being a good friend. But if you've orchestrated and then fucked her and then you go and tell him, you're also breaking a bond with her, which is we're not going to tell him. It's a shitty thing either way, but I would not suggest telling him.
All right. Thank you. And then secondly there, just want to let you know that you killed it again at what do you call it, Levity Live. It was awesome.
You enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Oh, and then one other thing, normally I wouldn't say anything. Your joke about the mural, and you said, what's the great thing about the job? You know?
About what?
The great thing about being a royal? Everything.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say the tips. That's the best part.
The what?
The tips is the best part of
all right. Job. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, take care, Jimmy. Thank you. Bye.
All right, goodbye. Let's see. Audrey in Kansas. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay, I guess. Doing good. Well, good for myself, but I can't figure out for the life of me. Have my husband, well, I guess soon to be ex, separated, not quite sure. Been together about 8 years, and probably about 9 months ago, sexual relationship completely stopped.
Did you put weight on?
No. I'm actually started going to the gym more. I'm only about 115, and I'm 5'5".
Let me ask you: does he watch a lot of porn?
He does not watch it at all. Does not masturbate. And as far as I know, from, knowing him, talking to, his friends, sisters, whatever, has never even cheated on a woman, and has only been with very attractive guy. I mean, I have no, problem. If I wanted a man right now, I could call anyone. I mean, no problem. So
hold on. Do you think there's something that he wants that you're not giving him?
That's the thing. I am way more sexual, I think, than he is.
Oh, okay.
I would want it every day, multiple times a day. And that's the way it used to be. And then it just kind of slowly teetered down to maybe once a week. Then it was like once a month. Then it was like every couple months, and then it just kind of stopped. And then now he's working out of town, and he just recently came to visit, and was there 4 days, and didn't even touch me at all. Slept in the bed with me, and the only touch that I got was a hug when he was leaving.
Did you talk to him about it?
I don't know. I don't know how to talk to him about it. Like, I don't know how to, start that. I've asked him, do you want a divorce? Do you want to just be done with it and end it? And his answer is he doesn't know. He said there's no right or wrong answer. He's not with anyone else.
Okay.
That he loves me and da-da-da-da-da. But I don't feel it, You know
what it is? It might be when I'm mad at somebody, I can't fuck him. So maybe he's not necessarily mad at you, but maybe he's just not happy. Or, someone on Twitter just said maybe he has low testosterone. Kevin McCarthy, thank you. I don't know if he is or not, but maybe he's cheating, or maybe he's got sexual stuff that he wants that you're not doing. Or maybe he just really doesn't know what he wants and he's not in the mood to fuck. Or maybe he's remembering some horrible molesting shit. Who knows?
Yeah, he had a very normal childhood. He has 2 engineering degrees, very educated. I've never, anything that he's ever wanted to do, I've done. I've even actually brought different things, to actually, initiate stuff, and he liked that. And so that would, get things going a little bit, and then it would kind of peter off again. So am I being stupid? Because now it's been, so what did I say, 8 months or so since he's left and just came back to visit, by still being completely faithful?
No, but you might want to just start the process. I wouldn't say don't be unfaithful, but you might want to start the process where you're like, it's time to,
just be done with.
Yeah, I got to wrap things up. Maybe you want to do that, all right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck, Audrey.
All right.
What's up, Jesse in California?
Well, Jimmy, thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome. How are you?
Well, I've been better. Actually, I'm doing just fine. It's my friend that's got the issue. He's trying to make it as a stand-up comic.
Okay.
But the poor fella he's just not that funny.
Well, let me ask you, is he not funny on stage or is he not funny off stage?
Well, he tries to put on a different persona on stage. He actually is somewhat of a religious person, or has a religious background. So he thinks that his key to success is doing religious jokes. But he's a funny guy to hang around with when we're just drinking beer and being normal. He doesn't do the same kind of shtick that he does on stage. That's why I thought I'd encourage him to get started and try it out a few times. But I've gone to see him and it's just
Well, yeah, but how long has he been doing it?
He's been at it for a couple of years now, kind of just doing some local open mic nights and stuff. Kind of got a few opening acts down in L.A. that he's kind of gotten all excited about, and he thinks that that's going to be like his ticket in, but maybe it's just not.
Why discourage him? Why hurt his feelings? Why not just let him feel good about himself? He'll learn sooner or later. I mean, he'll bomb or he won't get booked, and there's no reason to hurt the guy unnecessarily.
No
let
tough
him
love
have
needed.
his dream. Let him have his dream.
Yeah.
If he asks you, you can be honest, but don't just say, "Hey, by the way, you stink."
Yeah. I was almost at the point of starting to give him advice, but he'll probably resent me for it down the road, huh?
Okay, yeah, maybe. Let him do what he wants to do. If he wants advice, he'll ask.
Hey, man, great special, by the way. I watched it on Netflix 2 times a day.
Oh, thank you. Contextually inadequate. Yeah, I got really good feedback on that one, better than any of them. So I'm very appreciative that people liked it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, hopefully you'll do another one soon, man. And good job on the radio, and I love you, and talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. Take care. All right, let's see here. Who do I want to talk to? Oh, that person just left. Oh, Lorenzo in Florida. What's up?
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, man?
How are you?
Good. I just, real quick, just want to say I also love your special. It's fucking amazing.
Thank you, buddy.
Listen, I'm just having some insane problems getting out of the house and living my life. I stay in the house. I go on YouTube. I go watch porn. I I can't go into the world. I just can't do it, you know? Sure, and I don't know what it is.
It's addictive. It's really hard to. It's amazing. How old a guy are you?
31.
Okay, because for me, when I found porn on the computer, the fact that I could just open a computer and watch dirty stuff in my house, I can't picture that day is here. Like when I was growing up, you had to go out and get it, and you had to go and get it. Now you just push a button and you can watch everything. It's really bizarre, the accessibility. It's very, very hard not to fall into that. The only way to go out and do things is just to go out and do things and walk away from porn for a little while.
Yeah, and my Twitter feed is not any better because I just tweet bitches and all that shit. But it's just, I just can't get, like the whole thought of me going out and doing something is just scary as fuck to me. And I just... Yeah,
because you're getting that drug drip. You're getting that fucking dopamine drip. I understand, dude. I've, excuse me. I've, spent many, many, many hours wasted watching porn. So I can only suggest that you make yourself go out and do it.
And
just go out and live a little bit.
Drinking.
What's that?
I quit drinking. I'm sorry. I
quit good for you. How long?
3 years ago.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, sometimes we replace one thing with another, too. I've done that.
Yeah, but it's still fucking me to this day. Like, I still want it.
Sure, sometimes.
And it's just, I never, did, like the meeting thing or anything like that, but because I was afraid to talk in public.
Yeah, well, you can get over that. A meeting, they're not going to make you talk. You can just listen. You don't have to talk.
Yeah, but I mean, I was wondering what you would, say to that about the whole meetings and all that shit,
Well, give it a shot. The worst that can happen is you don't like it. There's nothing to lose by trying. It's free. Or some of them are free.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Jim. You're my favorite comic.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice. Good luck, buddy. Let's see here. Bill in Boston relapsed on heroin. What's up, Bill? Hello. What's up, buddy? Hello.
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Jim.
Yeah,
there?
I'm here, buddy.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm in Best Buy. I'm just walking out now.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
I want to go back to that first caller. The first caller I found, Voss. I don't know how you guys think Voss is funny.
Voss is very funny.
I know. He drives me nuts.
Well, hold on. One thing at a time. We all have people that we don't enjoy. But Voss, to think that Voss is, like, you have to at least recognize how lightning fast he is. The guy's the guy's like one of the fastest counterpunchers ever in comedy. So you don't have to love him, but you have to acknowledge he's funny.
Yeah, and I agree with that guy. What's the chubby guy's name?
I don't remember.
What's the guy that works with you, Roland?
Oh, Roland, yeah.
He drives me nuts, too. All right. So, all right. And you know me, I'm not perfect because you just read what.
Sure.
I was clean. I actually got clean for a while earlier this year. And then my wife and I went away and came back from our place in Maine. And I wasn't fucking around up there or anything, and she goes, I don't know what deal I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're playing fucking games. I want to get separated. And so I went and picked up 2 bags and did them, and that was 10 days.
How long ago was that?
That was 10 days ago.
So
and I don't shoot it. I snort it. And
that doesn't matter. I mean, one is worse, maybe, but you're doing it. So what do you want to do?
No, I just wanted to. If I still go I have a sponsor. I still go to my meetings, and I feel if I fucking get it out, I've always just enjoyed talking to you, and maybe if I hear myself on the radio, in a replay, maybe that will shock me enough to fucking go, hey, stupid.
Well, I mean, hopefully something will shock you enough, because the bottom line is, if you're doing heroin and you have to wonder, maybe if I hear myself on the radio, it will shock me. Like, that should tell you how far gone you are mentally, in the sense that if you're doing heroin and you need to hear yourself say something so you'll stop doing heroin. Yeah. I think the problem is you're listening to yourself too much, and you should listen to other people. Listening to myself, I'm listening to a fucking idiot who's going to tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah. Listen
to other people. You already know it's fucking crazy what you're doing. You know you're going to die doing it. And you're probably looking to hear the right thing to get to stop. The fact that you want to do that means just go. Just go back, even if you're not feeling it. The magic day is not going to come. Just fucking get off now. Meaning you're headed down. Just step off the ride right now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till you wake up and go, I'm going to feel like doing it tomorrow. Just fucking go back to getting clean.
Yeah, man. All right, thanks, Jim.
All right, buddy. Good luck. You want to stay alive. Listen to Tig Notaro today. How we forget to be grateful. Just the fucking fact that we're alive. You got a shot, dude. You don't have to have your tits cut off or your testicles fucking cut off to get clean from heroin. You can just stop and go to meetings or go wherever it is people go, counselor, whatever works. We don't have to go in for surgery. We're very lucky.
All right, man.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye. Jackson in Houston, what's up?
Hey, Jimmy, listen, man, me and my wife are coming to see you at the House of Blues here in Houston next week, and we've been dying to see your special on Netflix, and I just was wondering, is it okay to go ahead and watch it, or are you going to be doing that same show there?
Almost all the material's different.
Oh, the one on Netflix is different, so we can go ahead and watch it? Awesome.
Yeah. Go watch Netflix, and then you can come watch the show, and almost all of it's different, if not all of it.
Awesome.
Okay?
All right, brother. Thanks, Jimmy.
I'll see you next week at the House of Blues in Houston. Thank you, buddy.
You bet, baby. You bet.
Take care. What's up, Tony in Long Island?
Jimmy.
Hi, buddy.
Listen, I've been with the same woman now for about 12 years.
Okay.
We have 3 kids together, about 5 years apart, each of them. And before the last child, I was, I started getting a bad feeling, the sex. It declined rapidly, like bad. Like there was always more and more excuses. Everything was getting like, like frustrating to me. All I would ever hear was, "Oh, I'm too tired." It was excuse after excuse.
Right.
The few times we did do it, then all of a sudden she's pregnant. So now, I had doubts about it. Her excuse was coming home from work a little later, things like that. I had my
baby.
Yeah, I did the paternity test. I went and did the at-home when I mailed out. I did it twice because the first time I didn't think I put enough postage in, and I came home from work, and she told me, I got the mail today, and she never said that to me before in my life, so that made me doubt. Like, I thought it came back, and she fucking maybe brought it to somebody. I had no idea, and it took a really long time for the results, so I did it again when my other friend mailed it out, and it came back, and he's mine.
Okay, good.
But what I'm saying here is, like, it's still like she's cold. I get left with the kids a lot one of my days off, and she's got things to do.
Let me ask you, have you ever cheated on her?
Yes, in the past, and that is why, like, I'm willing to let it go, but I want it to stop if that's what's happening, because I'm being put off like I've never been before, and we've been together a long time.
Have you ever cheated on her?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, did she cheat on you? I apologize.
Not that she's admitted to, but like we bought a house like 3 years ago. Before we bought a house, we had an apartment, and one night when I got home, a strange guy was in my car.
Was in your what? Hello? Oh boy, we got disconnected. That was getting good. Sorry about that, Tony. Not intentional. God damn it. He must have drove in a... Oh, okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? We got disconnected.
Yeah, no, we got cut off.
A strange guy was where? I couldn't hear you.
It was like right in front of we have a complex, and there was only two doorways, and he was like kind of like walking away from mine. When I came around the corner, it looked like he was walking away from my door. And I walked and followed him. He got in his car. He was looking at me for a while, and then he pulled away. I went in the house, like into the apartment. My kids' doors were closed, and they never are. And she was in bed, pretending to be sleeping, as far as I could tell. Turned into a big fight, but she never admitted it, and nothing like that ever happened since then. You know, anywhere near when I'm around.
Right.
Now, you know, that caused some doubt. And as time's gone on now, like I said, it's gotten to the point where I'm in construction. I'm out of the house 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't get home till maybe 6 o'clock at night. And she works too, but, you know, when she gets out of work, she works much closer to the house, and it takes her over an hour to get home. She won't answer the phone. You know, all this shit. But with the baby at the house, you know, it makes me think, what the fuck? Like, when will she straighten the fuck up? Like, she never has a good answer for me.
Well, why don't you do this? If you're convinced, get someone to follow her. I know that sounds like a shitty solution, but if you have to do that, maybe do that, and this way it might even make you feel better.
And all right, I mean, that's definitely a good thing. I've talked to those private eyes, and they want so much money. Like, they want like $1,800 for a retainer just to get started, and then, you know, there's no guarantees, and, you know, I get it, but like I told you about the 3 kids, they're not cheap. So I'm sitting there trying to pay bills, and to come up with that extra knot, that's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, man. Because again, I don't know your wife, so I can't say whether she's cheating or not. Maybe she's just, sometimes when people have kids, maybe now she's feeling like, hey, I'm independent. I have some time to myself. I can do a few things. Instead of just being a mom, I can do something else. Not fuck other people, but, you know. But your instincts are usually right with that stuff. Not always, but instincts are usually right. So I don't know, man. If you could somehow get into her phone or her email or put like some of that spyware on the computer. Does she open her phone in front of you or her email?
Shit, she used to always download all those fancy ringtones and shit, but for the last 3 or 4 years now, no, it's always on silent. And I can get into it, and I have, and there's always, I mean, she's not dumb. Like, there's lots of calls, missed calls from her mom or her dad, but I know about that spoof software. They could be calling when I'm not around and putting in the parent's number. She could have given it to him. You know, there's so much good apps out there now. Like, I'd pretty much have to answer the phone and catch her being, you know, calling from, I'd have to catch the phone call being made from somebody else.
Did you ever think of leaving a little tape recorder around the house?
I didn't even want to keep bringing it up, but I did that already once. And shit sounded very fucking shady. Didn't hear a guy talking, but the shit she was saying and the things that were going on, like the sounds, everything sounded fucking shady to me, and she put it all on. She was talking to the baby and the dog, but some of the things she was saying and just the noises that were being made definitely didn't jive, but I didn't hear a guy's voice. That's why I fucking can't give her the business about it, you know what I mean?
Well, why don't you leave one under the bed and one in the living room and then see what you get? Do that for a week.
All right. I'm going to do that again. I absolutely will, then. I apprate your time.
Good luck, buddy.
Give it a shot. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, buddy. Hey, Cameron in Canada, your best friend treats your girl bad. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
First time, long time. But, yeah, no, my best friend treats his girlfriend like shit. Like, I'm talking, like, if they go out for dinner, and I don't think I've ever heard of him paying for dinner, like, ever. Not once, and they've been together for 3 years. He's not once paid for dinner. Anytime, like, if she wants to see him and he has to drive there, he'll ask her for gas money.
Right. Are you attracted to her?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what you're doing. You don't care that your friend is treating his girlfriend like shit. I mean, maybe it bothers you, but you like her and you're thinking how you would treat her better. So you're eyeing up your friend's girl because you want to date her. And you're like, he doesn't treat you right. Don't be the cockblock, fucking guy friend, white knight. Don't do it. Even if you're right. If they break up, that's different. But don't nose your way in there. It's shitty.
Yeah, no, and like she's going to college soon, and like, and she even like I haven't told her that I'm interested in her or anything like that, but like I haven't not been saying that, you know what I mean? Like she's been like, oh, he treats me really badly, I'm thinking about breaking up with him, blah blah blah. I haven't been like, yeah, don't break up with him. I've just been like pushing her towards that, and I feel wrong about it, but like,
yeah, you're being disloyal to your friend. If you really like your friend, You can't encourage his chick to break up with him so you could date her and then act like I had nothing to do with it. That's shady shit, dude. Even if he's being shitty to her, it's not your business. It's between them. If you don't want to be his friend, that's one thing, but you can't be both. You can't be his friend and help his chick leave him to fuck you.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's just a shitty combination. It's terrible.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Jim.
All right, man. Good luck.
You have a
Mike.
great day.
Thank you, buddy. You too. Mike in Jersey City. We only got a couple minutes. What's going on?
Hey, Jim. Love the show.
How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Just real quick, I felt for Tony, because I went through a similar situation. That's how I found out my ex-wife was lesbian. But anyway, getting on to better things. I'm 37 years old. I really want to do comedy. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I just don't have the courage to actually get up on stage. So just wondering what your advice would be.
Get on stage. You're never going to not be afraid. You're never not going to be afraid. You don't do comedy the day that you're not afraid and then you try it. You have to do it in spite of being afraid.
Okay.
That's the difference. You know what I mean? That's like, no one is all of a sudden not afraid to perform stand-up comedy and goes on and does it. I mean, I still get like mild jitters occasionally. Not all the time, very rarely now, but I mean, that's 25 years. So just get up and try it and walk through the fear. Courage is not the lack of fear. It's doing something in spite of being afraid. It's okay.
How would I build material, though? I mean, like, I come up with jokes,
Write down jokes.
One-offs.
Write down jokes that you think are funny and then record your set. Hear what worked, hear what didn't work, and then make changes for the next time. That's all.
All right.
All right, one thing at a time. First 20 times, it's just a matter of being up there and talking. Don't worry if you bomb. It's going to happen. It's okay, and it won't kill you.
Great.
Okay?
All right, thanks, Jim.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, I got to wrap up. I appreciate all the calls, but we have a full bunch of phone lines, and I apologize to those of you I did not get to. I'll possibly be back next week. We're on vacation. I'm not sure yet, but thanks for all your calls, man, and good luck.
Thanks for listening to The Jim Norton Show. Hear all that advice whenever you want to on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. On SiriusXM is real.